Okay, thank you. I thank God Almighty for His blessing and protection through the day so that I can complete this scientific article which is designated as the Uluwai Village Society Lives in Using Mask. I hope this scientific article will benefit us all. Therefore, I am very expect with open arms any constructive criticism and suggestion. I also say thank you to the supporters and friends who have helped me in complete this scientific article. I on the author uploads progress in making this scientific article. There are words that are lies pleasing to the hearts of the readers. Abstract. Using a mask during the COVID-19 pandemic is something that must be worn, especially when traveling outside in the house. Masks are essential because they are able to ward off virus or bacteria that will enter a person's mouth or nose. The definition of mask itself is interpret protection, which is used as a method to protect individuals from inhaling hazardous substances or contaminants in the air. Respiratory protection or masks are not intended to replace the perfect method that can eliminate disease but are used to protection. Currently, using mask is recommended for people who travel to anticipate the transmission of the coronavirus. This virus is found in the cell of a sick person when his senses, chokes, or even while talking. Transmission also occurs when the droplets inhaled by other people around us. The COVID-19 virus can be annual, sticking to objects around us. Lately, people are increasingly just looking for masks to protect themselves from the coronavirus. One of the most effective ways to prevent transmission of the virus is wearing a mask. However, the many costs of masks on the market can make use confusion. To cause a mask, we need to understand the function of each mask first. However, the types of masks are very different, some of which are only useful for preventing pollution but not preventing the transmission of the coronavirus. So that currently there tips of masks for the coronavirus that are recommendation for example, the community is a love mask. According to the recommendation of the Indonesian Ministry of Health, everyone is advised to wear a cloth mask when they have to go out of the house. For example, when they have to work or buy monthly needs. Cloth masks can still block some of the sulfur that comes out while talking, sing or choke and sensor. So if used properly, this mask can still reduce the spread of the coronavirus in the community, especially from people who are infected with the virus but don't have any symptoms. Kinds of disease such as stroke, flu, respiratory infections, ISPA, and corona, but most people feel unwell when wearing masks. This is caused by certain factors such as shortness of breath, discomfort, or suffering from especially diseases such as asthma. Most people also do not use masks when traveling outside in the house when they do not comply with the instructions that have been given by the government. Most of the people in the village do not use masks when going out of the house or doing activities outside the home. Something people also use masks for fear of being seen by the others, or they use them only to style and pat them under their chin. But according to expert, using a mouth mask properly has various benefits, including 1. Avoid exposure to air pollution such as smoke from motor vehicles, factors, cigarettes, and dust. 2. Prevent transmission and spread of disease. And 3. Protection the foot from the negative effects of sunlight and pollution. All of these are pollution can be found every day. Exposure to air pollution can affect the performance of the lungs and increase the risk of developing respiratory disease. Therefore, wearing this mouth mask can be one the best way so that we are not young, contrasting or transmitting the disease to other people. Not only that, mask used properly can help prevent virus and bacteria from spreading through much of the liquid that comes out when we sense in a choke. Oral mask can also protect some of the face, skin from the negative effect of air pollution and sun exposure. So wear a mouth mask. This can be one of the best ways so that we don't catch or pass the disease on the other people. Introducing background to the problem. Masks can actually be interpreted as face protection of face conferencing that we often use in our daily lives. The use of masks is very useful for everyone. The use of masks is to protect the tools of human organs, for example, breathing. The use of masks is very mandatory for use to use, especially in this pandemic. Mask because the use of mask is very useful to prevent use from the coronavirus or COVID outbreak 19. But most people feel uneasy when wearing masks. This happens because of several factors such as shortness of breath, discomfort, or other factors. The lack of discipline in wearing masks also occurs in Ulwai village. Most people do not use masks and neglect regulations that have been given by the government. Something like this does not happen again. It must be taken again by the others by providing advice or suggesting to the public to be more vigilant and aware of the importance of using a mask so that the coronavirus outbreak can be controlled and does not spread. 1. Formulation of products. Examples. The purpose of increasing the awareness of the Ulwai village community in wearing masks. 1. Describes the factors that cause the reduction in the awareness of the Ulwai village community in wearing masks. 2. Example how to raise awareness of the Ulwai community wearing masks. 2. Purpose of breathing in general. Awareness in wearing masks is very important because it can protect one of our organs, namely the respiratory system, from various infection diseases, so that actors confer several objective namely 1. Increase public awareness about the protection of wearing masks. 2. To promote public health and safety. 3. Benefits of wearing. The benefits that we can get in a way that we can get are 1. Can foster a sense of health care for the community. 2. Can reduce mortality and encourage community growth. 3. Can encourage the use of masks in the community. 4. Research method. This scientific article is based off the data that I summarized from various internet media and through important information that I get or through direct, effective, and efficient community from various sources. 5. Systematic 1. Example, the purpose of increasing the awareness of the Ulawai village community in wearing masks. 2. Describe the factor that cause decreased public awareness of wearing masks. 3. Describe ways to increase awareness in wearing masks. 4. Can foster a sense of care for maintaining health of the community. 5. Can reduce death and encourage community growth. 6. What of efforts can be done to increase awareness is wearing masks. Theoretical framework. There are several definitions of mask of using a marker according to experts. 1. According to KBBI, a mask is called covering the mouth and nose, which means it is used to cover the face as used by doctors and nurses in hospitals. 2. According to appearance, masks are respiratory protection tools that are used as method to protect individuals from inhaling hazardous substances or contaminants in the air. Discussion A. Definition of mask. Mask can be interpreted as protection, namely to protection one of our organs, namely the respiratory system. Noise. Mask can also protection used from various diseases, especially in this pandemic. We really need it to cover our respiratory system so as not to barter or contract when in direct contact with a person infected with the coronavirus. We can also do this every day and wherever we are in order for our health to be maintained and not to harm anyone. We must also have our awareness in the wearing mask, not just for style or other pleasures. Because if we consider trivial things like this, it will cause things that are very fatal and far beyond our means and will hinder all the work and activities that we will do, and will also have a very serious impact on us and everyone, especially their family. B. Benefits of use a mask. There are things we can find out if you wear a mask. A. 1. By frequently wearing health mask, we will stay awake. 2. Can reduce the radiance of our skin. 3. By wearing a mask, we will be free to have direct contact with aeon. C. Ways of increasing our awareness using a mask. 1. Belief in the recommendation given by doctor or authorities. 2. Believe that by wearing health mask, we are minded and the body remains with. 3. Have the intention to wear a mask. 4. Begin to get used to wearing a mask. D. Factors causing the disgrace constitutions using a mask. 1. Not sure about the recommendation given by the authors. 2. Feeling unknown, not free or short of breath when wearing a mask. 3. Due to weak economic factor, they cannot buy mask. A. Efforts that can be done to increase the awareness life of wearing a mask. 1. The government must provide more rounded outreach to the public about the importance of wearing mask. 2. The government must also provide a deterrent effect on people who do not wear masks so that people can be more vigilant about wearing masks. 3. Looking for information or use for wearing mask. 4. Get used to wearing a mask. Closing. 1. Conclusion. Based on the description explained, I conclude that the importance of wearing mask. Therefore, various ways are needed to increase awareness in wearing masks among the community. This method can be done by the community by growing and increasing self-awareness of this important part on a mask. 2. Suggestion. Based on the discussion, the other suggestions are: let's increase self-awareness to wear masks because wearing masks can provide enormous benefits. And 3. Needs to be argument from various parties to increasing awareness of wearing masks, especially by family and authorities. Thank you.